Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. This is Shockoe Sessions Live. It's a weekly live video streaming concert series promoting Richmond's vibrant music scene and rejuvenating your soul with live music from the comfort of your own home. DVG, an industry-leading supplier and system integrator of broadcast and production systems, serving customers internationally with leading manufacturers in broadcast and television. Visit digitalvideogroup.com. In Your Ear Studios, the Mid-Atlantic's premier recording, video streaming, and post-production studio in Richmond's historic Shockoe Bottom. Visit inyourear.com. Shockoe Records, a Richmond-based music label developing and empowering Virginia's musical artists and the RVA creative arts community. Visit shockoerecords.com. Good evening, music lovers. Thank you for tuning into Shockoe Sessions Live, powered by Shockoe Records. I'm Reese Williams, and tonight we're live for In Your Ears Experimental and Digital Studio A. And hey, do you want a beep, boop, bop in a black folding chair like these gorgeous people in the audience tonight? I know you do. Everybody wants to beep, boop, bop. Just visit ShockoeSessionsLive.com. Get your tickets to upcoming shows. You can watch it live there. And tonight, if for some reason you're not happy watching it on YouTube, you can watch it on Instagram. That's right. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and now Instagram. So please share the link with your friends. Let them know that this happens every single solitary Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And we will see you there. And if you do get to come in and you get to enjoy the magic and the love that makes this such an amazing community event, you can become a Patreon member and you will have our undying gratitude. Visit patreon.com/Shockoe Records. There is a myriad tiers to fit your budget, $2 a month to $50 a month. And there's all sorts of perks like, snuggles from Rosie or the ability to co-host with me, maybe. There's merch, there's swag, all sorts of good things. So visit patreon.com/Shockoe Records. So kicking things off for us tonight, Adam Harding. He's been creating music and shaping sound for over 30 years, although I can't believe he's that old to have been doing it that long. Did he start when he was 5? Although beginning as a childhood instrumentalist playing the 5-string banjo and guitar, his early attraction to electronic music projected him relentlessly into the world of synthesizers and MIDI-based music production. In 2017, with a close friend, he completed a set of instrumental electronic albums as X Replica and produced a popular remix cover of Orbital's The Box. He since founded the music electronics company Board Brain, which designs and manufactures experimental devices for musicians, such as modular synthesizers and effects. And fun fact, Adam once worked as a recording engineer right here at In Your Ear Studio. So let's welcome him back. It's Adam Harding.
Everyone you love, everyone you love, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of. love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero, coward, every leader and destroyer, peasant, every young mother and father, hopeful child, inventor, explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. Position in the universe, challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. everyone love, everyone know, everyone who ever heard, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The arrogant or joy and suffering. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations. Every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on the mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam.
Adam Harding, everyone. So that piece was called Aeris.
Yes.
And do you call it a Eurorack or do you call it the Moog? What do you call?
It's a modular synthesizer.
There we go.
And the format is in the Eurorack format.
There we go. And if we had about 4 hours, you could tell us how it works, how you make the music,
Right.
how it creates such a beautiful sound. But I wanted to promote the fact that, you have this company right here in Ashland, and right now, Perfect Circuit, who is one of the biggest names in electronics in the world. Mm-hmm. The world, no lie, is running a contest for one of your pieces of equipment.
Right.
This is so cool. Tell us more.
Yeah, we've been working with them for a really long time. But just recently, we created this mixer, Exelon, which is kind of the centerpiece of all the audio in the entire system. So it's been in the works for about 2 years now, something I've just been dreaming of making for some time. So definitely had a big part in what I did tonight. So.
It'll be so fun for that equipment to go out there and other people can do fun things with it and
Absolutely.
just keep the music going. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Where can people go for more information for Board Brains?
Boardbrainmusic.com. It's everything
Easy.
you need to know there.
Next up, her bio has not changed since we last introduced her, except she knows how to bounce back, recover, and bring it around again. We're going to plug everything in. She's going to beep, boop, bop with code. She uses Ruby. I've got a great question for her after. It's just so fascinating to me that just lines of code makes interesting sounds, as you'll see. like to donate to her new laptop fund.
Yes, please.
So my question to you is, what made you gravitate towards a laptop to create music when you don't speak a musical language? How did you know this would create a melodic sound?
For sure. I come from like a digital, time-based fine arts background. I consider this a little bit more like performance art rather than like music. Clearly, all the errors, it's all part of the performance. It was all planned, anything can happen. But yeah, I type things like play MIDI note 64 or use chord A major, and I have no idea what that means. I just type stuff in until it sounds good. I use like chord generators and the MIDI note chart, but I don't know what A means or B or whatever. But yeah, I do a lot of coding in like other software and just seemed natural to translate that into this performance practice.
Well, there's absolutely an inclination and intuition there because the sound is great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we can find you on social media where?
At Taylor Colimore, Colimore. On
Beautiful.
Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have a little set change right quick. Now we have Miss Caroline Scruggs. She sings and makes art for a living. That's right. She plays the theremin, one of the only instruments played without touch. She believes radical compassion is the key to life, and she just emanates it. It's beautiful. And she's on a mission to live the most interesting, colorful, fulfilling life she possibly can in her short time on Earth. Let's hope it's not that short. And to help others do the same, Caroline Scruggs.
I didn't see you do it.
Jelly legs rocking, won't you tell me I'm your oxygen? a strung out, shameful, sorry sight to witness. And that it was in black and white, the explanation for the sickening high. It's a strung out, shameful, sorry sight to witness. Baby, you give me altitude sickness. Altitude sickness. To be here. That song is called Altitude Sickness. It is on my record that is coming out very, 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 very soon. Just tying up the loose ends. I know, I'm so excited. And it was actually written a couple miles away from the Grand Canyon on a campground on one cold pandemic morning. So my name is Caroline Scruggs, like Reese said, and I play this wild, wonderful instrument called the theremin. This is the very first electronic instrument that was ever invented. It was invented in 1920, so it's more than 100 years ago. Can you believe that? And it's one of the only in the world, like Reese said, played without physical touch. And when I got my hands on it, I just knew it was love at first sight. It was my destiny, really, to play this instrument. And ever since, it's really allowed my imagination and my creativity to soar. It feels like, once you get through those initial 3 years of practicing for hours a day so that you can kind of make it sound like a musical instrument, that it really begins to open up like the imagination that you had as like a 10-year-old, say, And so I feel so fortunate to be able to get to come up to this instrument and really feel like I'm playing, not playing music, but like playing, like having a good time and letting my curiosity spark me, seeing where it takes me. And one of the things that happens is that I like to figure out what I can make the theremin sound like. So for instance, one time, I was cast in The Tempest, the play, and I was cast as, I can never remember the name of it, but the fairy. Yeah, I was cast, thank you. I was cast as Ariel. They also commissioned me to write music to go with like the little songs that I sang, and they also commissioned me to create The Tempest with the theremin. And so I did it with my loop station. And it was fantastical. Unfortunately, it never came to production because of COVID. So if anybody's ever producing The Tempest, I have a whole soundtrack for you. Let me know. But yeah, so this next song, it's not on my upcoming album, but as like any singer-songwriter can tell you, like we all have a plethora of songs that never see the light of day. So I thought that I would bring it out here. And I would love to do an exercise with all of you, a little adventure into your imagination. And so if you would humor me, I would love for you all to close your eyes. And I would love for you to imagine that you are underwater with the sea creatures. You're just floating around down there. Everything feels very echoey. And all of a sudden you hear the calls of whales. I like to think that what they hear when they talk to each other. Thank you so much.
Caroline, elaborate again on how you got acquainted with this weird device.
Yeah, absolutely. It is
This
quite
strange unit, as we like to say around here.
weird. It is quite strange. I feel like it fits the vibe of this place, and I love that. So I went to school for singing. I'm a classically trained singer, believe it or not. And then I got into the world of jazz. And it wasn't until, I think, 6 years ago, I went to the Musical Instrument Museum in Phoenix, Arizona, which if you ever get a chance, definitely go to this museum. It's insane. They had an ether wave, this exact model, and I played it there for the first time. And like I said, it was just like the light bulb moment for me of like, this is my instrument. It felt like a second voice to me automatically, and so I was just hooked pretty much from the very first taste of it. I went home and I got one, and I began right away teaching myself. Very, very frustrating process, which is probably why more people don't play it. And it took years and years, and but I just knew from the minute that it was in my hands, like this is it. It's my second voice, and the possibilities are endless, you know. I would love to tell you a little bit about how it works, just in a nutshell, just for people who are like, oh, it's black magic, which, hey, maybe it is a little bit. Science is magic sometimes, you know. But so you can see there are two antennae on either end, right? And in a nutshell, what's happening is I am playing electromagnetic waves. And so there are a couple of different circuits happening, and I am interrupting the circuit with my body, my hands, my fingers, and when you practice that enough and you get enough muscle memory, like any other instrument, it begins to sound a little bit like music, hopefully, fingers crossed. So this antenna determines the, does anybody know? Pitch. Yeah, this antenna, the right antenna determines the pitch, and the left antenna determines the volume. So as I'm moving my hands back and forth toward this antenna, you can hear the pitch gets higher and lower. And it's wonderful because I have 6 octaves to work with on this particular theremin, which is great. This antenna, you put your hand up and down to determine the volume. Very, very simple, right? Very often, frequently, when I have more time, I love to give my audiences a quick theremin lesson. So stay tuned, stay posted, and maybe we can do a longer show at some point, and we'll all play the theremin together. But anyway, that's a good nutshell of what the theremin is and what's going on with it. I would love to play you all another tune that was inspired by animals for me that I wrote. This one is on my upcoming record as well. And this one also includes these pedals over here. And so you can kind of see, like, you're coming with me really in real life. It's very hard. I was talking to somebody about, it's very hard to come up here and be like, I'm gonna have a perfect show. There's a chance that I can play all the right notes. That's just not a reality for me, because this is such a difficult instrument. There's so much that could go wrong, right? But I like to take that and roll with it. And so you guys are seeing me in real time. I have all of these pedals. I'm constantly working on this show. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make some bird sounds and make some good music. Just make sure everything is good. Ah.
Bones defying gravity.
I think you all deserve some music too. And I'll never know if this life meant anything. Birds song through the trees, gentle bones defying gravity. I think you all deserve some music too. And I'll never know if this life meant anything. And I can't be sure that anyone will ever listen. And I just can't tell if any of it mattered. And I'll never know if this life meant anything. So in the end, this song is for the birds, 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 for the birds. Thank you. Woo. In another world. Ah. Thank you so much. Wow, this is so cool. Thank you again to Shockoe Records and Aeris Studios for having me. What a special experience. I have one more tune for y'all tonight. And I'm super stoked to share it with you. So I have this ongoing project called Playing the Air. Get it? And I have married two of my deepest passions in life, the theremin and traveling the world, together. And so for the last year, I've been traveling throughout the US, finding various breathtaking natural landscapes and lugging my theremin out to them and getting video and audio recordings of me playing whatever intuitively comes up out there. So each landscape has a different melody. I like to think that I'm giving those locations their own voice. And it's a different way to commune with nature, and it makes me very inspired and happy, and it seems to do the same for other people on the internet. So my big dream and my big goal with this is to play the air of all 7 continents and put it together as a concept album. And so I am rapidly right now planning, of course, how to get to Antarctica and do that like first, right? So that's in the mix, but on Friday, actually, I'm going to Luray Caverns, which is the biggest caverns on the East Coast, and I'll be going down into the caverns and playing the air there. And I am playing this next song, which is called The Scraps, which is on my record coming out. And I'm actually donning the outfit that I'll play at the caverns. I really wanted to like blend in with the landscape, and so I feel like I found the perfect thing. So anyway, if you resonate with what you've heard tonight from me, I would absolutely love to have you follow the journey, and I'm sure we'll talk about that afterward, but I'm posting pretty frequently about all my adventures, and I would love to know you. So this is called The Scraps. Let me make sure that all of my hoo-has and doodads are in the right place. All right.
I love the itty bitty beep boop bops when your hand pulls away. There's just like a little ring.
Yes, so many beep
Like a
bops.
little record scratch as
Yep.
you move it. So where can people go for more information? When is the record coming out? How do we get it?
Oh, it's the biggest question. I wish I could tell you. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, like within the next month. I'm actually, I'm putting it out myself as an independent artist. So super excited. But if you follow me, you can go to carolinescruggs.com. But honestly, I'm always on Instagram. So it's Caroline_Scruggs_. You can follow me there, follow my adventures, make sure that you know when that record is going to drop. And I'm so excited to see you there.
And go out and see you're in different venues too. You perform around. You're amazing.
Yeah.
The Branch Museum and all sorts of other places. So
Absolutely.
thank you for finally getting in here and joining us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much
The
for having me.
impetus for Beat Boot Bop.
Yay!
On Shockoe Sessions. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you once again to Taylor Elise Colimore, to Adam Harding, to Caroline Scruggs. Of course, you know, everything is in our show notes, so you can find out how to follow them and find out more information. We want to thank everybody at home who watched on Instagram tonight. I was monitoring it closely. We had quite a few viewers on our new platform, so thank you very much. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes for making the magic happen. Carlos, Andrea, Paul, Billy, Charlie, Dave, Annie, Taylor, Tom. Thank you to this gorgeous audience sitting in black folding chairs, watching things beat boop bop. Thank you so much for your continued support of local live music. The show can be seen on our YouTube channel right stinking now on Shockoe Sessions live channel. And that's a wrap.